Hello friends, my YouTube friends. We are discussing dark psychology, the art of manipulation and mind control and such kind of all negative mental attributes and the ways how people control others. So, welcome to Opinion Land with new ideas. Of course, these are not new. We have already discussed in previous vlogs. It's just a continuation and just a more elaboration of what is actually the manipulation. What is the art of manipulation? Can it be learned, or it is something which is inborn within human beings? Yes, dear fellows, my great fellows, don't forget to subscribe this channel and like and share this video as you have done in the past, and love you all. The most important thing, we are here to spread something informative and positive, and it is also a part of it. It's not against any group, any cult, any religion, faith, any school of thought. We are discussing everything in generic way, in as common human beings face around the world. So yeah, now come to the topic. The most important thing, yes, the art of manipulation is very much learned and in fact taught by very great mentors, gurus, and the psychological experts. Psychology is the study of human mind, behaviors, actions, reactions, our inner moods, temperaments, and how we our conscious, unconscious, and subconscious mind work in collaboration with each other and as a separate part. So mind control is not just a new phenomena; it's an age-old, ancient way to keep people slaves, to align people with certain ideologies, and to in fact invade others, and to make them and to control over the nations, over civilizations, and over the countries which were invaded by the foreign people, and where the foreign rulers used to take over. So they had to build their communication, they had to build their image, and they wanted to be loved and liked by the common people and the real citizens of that place. So mind control is such one technique where people used to build great castles and palaces and great buildings and parks and sorts of new joys, and introduced many foods, cultural environments, everything. It was a very thing of the, and then history was written in a way as the ruler of the time wanted it. But now this in this digital era, in this current era, in 21st century, things have entirely changed. In fact, it's all so quick. So manipulation and twisting the truth and telling a lie in wrapped up in such a sweet and candid manner that people take it as a great tablet of and a survival technique is something which is so much in common. Now we all want people to find our thoughts, our ideas, our behaviors, our perception as ideal, and we want our opinions to be to influence others. Well, it's something which is common with human beings, but when it is exceeded from a normal level to a stage where we want to hold others, we want to control others, and we want them to act, talk, and to walk, and in fact adopt everything, their attires, their actions, their way of talking, their relationships, their family structures, everything as according to our plan, then it is mind control. It is the worst form of dark psychology or manipulation. Now in this vlog I must tell you few traits of people manipulators, who the people who use this term dark psychology for their favor. The manipulative people always talk to you in certain manner. All you can see, all famous leaders, celebrities, actors, singers, models, and political leaders, the social activists, and the people who are talking about media persons, everyone, news anchors, the great people, everywhere around in the world, they have certain tones, which are all set. Their facial expressions are very much monotonous, and in fact very much you can say controlled by their own their training. They will laugh when it is time. Most of time they smile, and then they are taught as when to smile in front of public, in front of viewers, in front of people, and when to be so stern and show their concern, their anger, and their lot of impatience over certain issues which are not aligned with their things, so that their followers, the viewers, the public, general public, when sees them and their facial expressions, their body language, their behaviors, you will see their hand actions, their arms movement, and their body language as aligned as their mentors, as their psychologists have taught them, as what is going to influence at what time and in what scenario, and the sort of things which they are discussing in certain address, in certain public speak in their vlogs, in their videos, in their programs, the topic of discussion, their gestures, their whole costumes, their attires will be changed. If it's a religious thing, then they will, and a cultural thing, then they will wear as according to plan, and then they will adopt the local ways. If they have to sit on the floor and eat with the poor people, as to show a sign of great compassion, sympathy, empathy, brotherhood, and love, affection, and no barrier kind of thing, then they will do it. Otherwise, they won't get out of their limousines, their Audis, their Mercedes, their Ferraris, and everything, and they can't even breathe a breath out of their air-conditioned houses and the cozy rooms. No, it is all planned. When we see certain person becoming so popular and so easily, so rapidly, then we need to stop and think over his actions. We have to see his or her body language, his facial expression, what sort of talks, discussions he or she does at a time, and at what place. Was that a matter of concern for the general public or the people, or they really threw something into a huge as a bait? People were crying out of hunger, and there was they are so much sick of inflation and the poverty or the lawlessness, and the person who is talking and addressing them is talking about as how to build great bridges or the high rise, and they will develop the country or the place into a great luxurious place. Or if he or she talks something else, then you must know that their agenda is so far different from yours. So stop following that person, stop following the bad and the negative things, and the things which are not truthful, where there is no truth. So the manipulation ways count on with face expressions, eye movement, eye contact. Have a look at it. Smiles when they are stern, the angles of their faces change, their hand movements, their walks, their talks, how they talk, how they walk, what they wear, and when and where they have wore what kind of dresses, and what kind of impact it has created on your mind, the people around, and how much you have praised and fact and thought about it and discussed about it. Even trolling and trending is a phenomena. There are so many trends which are made fake on the social media, and then millions and billions of people follow and write over it and talk over it. Then of course that trend is popular, that person is popular. So we have to see all these things, all these scenarios, and at the same time, if you see that what if the same person is saying the same kind of things and acting as truthfully and as gently and normally, and he or she is humble in all the scenarios, in all the ways, then he or she is sincere, like the great leaders of our past, our history, But if their stances, their ways change, and if something, if they get into trouble, their body language, their tone, their tongue, their language becomes foul, and they are furious, they are angry, they are, if public is not responding as they wanted, and then you see that their expressions have changed. They start talking nonsense, in fact so angrily, to over media, social media, in public, and then they can call for civil disobedience, and for having so much other things. Then it means that person is not a real scholar, not a motivational speaker, not a real leader. And even if he or she is a religious scholar and or person who normally makes very good sense, or a teacher or mentor, but at times of their trouble, they change their whole perception, their whole stance, and their words are skipped or slipped out of their mind, which and their mouth, which their trainers and mentors, the dark psychologists, or the people who have taught them manipulation haven't told them. Then actually that's the real personality which is exposed to them. Then at least at that time, we all need to stop and think over why we were following that person. And if we find fault with our following, and we see that we were actually in some kind of fool's paradise, or we were actually fantasizing that personality for no reason, and those words and actions which meant nothing, then we have to stop it. Don't forget to subscribe the channel, like and share this video. It's very informative, and it's for the benefit of so many people who are actually, especially for youth. We'll meet again soon with the same series of thoughts, and with some new insights into this manipulation, dark psychology, the normal positive psychology. I'll also talk about positive psychology, as I have done with in so many things, as how to release your stresses, depression, anxieties, and how to find a real peace of mind, and how to progress and find motivation, optimism, and to lead for your success, and for the people and your country around, and for the whole world. Thank you. Take care. Bye.